Welcome back to another Charlotte Legacy League where we have Blue Moon versus Boros Initiative. Both players have kept 7 here, and I believe Chase is on the play. He's going to lead off with a City of Traders, Chrome Mox. Let's see if he gets this initiative creature off the ground early, or he's going to play something a little safer. So we've got a Caves of Chaos Adventurer coming out. I imagine Corey's probably going to force will that right away, as to not introduce the initiative this early in the game with nothing on Corey's side. These are pretty interesting decks against each other. Chase doesn't really care about Blood Moon as he plays it in his sideboard as well, so Blood Moon can't really be a tactic here, especially since he already has the Chrome Mox on a white source. So that's going to be a little challenging. The Chalice of the Void on 1 is pretty good against Corey, as he only has a few cantrips in here. He does play Lightning Bolts as well, so it can be kind of tough for him. He does have Brazen Borrower to bounce that back to Chase's hand, so he can actually work through that and brainstorm and so forth like that. So 4th Airling is from Chase, again, the Force of Will from Corey. The downside to that for Corey is that any top deck off of Chase's library is going to be just detrimental to him, and Corey 2-for-1ing himself is pretty difficult to come back from, especially with a Chalice on 1 not being able to brainstorm. So he does find a little bit of play there, but it looks like he's just going to go ahead and play that Brazen Bar as opposed to bouncing the Chalice back and taking advantage of a fresh brainstorm. So that is an interesting way to go about it. 3 across to Chase. We'll see him Chalice check the... my cat says hello to everyone. It's that time of day where he goes and stands in the corner and then meows for no reason. But we'll see a Chalice check on a Lightning Bolt from Corey, but just to fill his graveyard up to get that Murktide down. So now the cat's staring at me, so give me just a moment while I let him meow a whole bunch. Alright, these guys are meowing out of the way, and it looks like Chase found a Seasoned Dungeoneer. So pretty interesting. He wants to introduce the initiative here with these creatures on the board that have flying, and him only having 1 card plus a mountain in his hand. That's an interesting choice from him.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
See a combat coming over from Corey. He's going to gain that initiative from Chase, and putting Chase down to 2 life. So Chase is going to have to somehow draw out of this with only 1 draw step, and when he takes the initiative back, he's only going to get +2/+2. So I don't think he's going to find his way through it. No Source Plowshare can get him through this. No Solitude, no single Solitude can get there either. He chooses the Coward's Way, and we'll see you in game number 2. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game number 2. Both players kept 7 again. Chase will continue on the play since he did lose that game 1. The strategy that he played did not quite pay out the way I think he was hoping for. We see an Archon of Emirian coming out from Corey, or for Chase, and Corey's going to choose to Force of Will that. Post board, I don't really know what either one of these guys can bring in that makes the difference for the other 2. Corey is Flusterstorms and Pyroblasts and Surgicals and Meltdowns. Nothing really out of this deck that can do anything. For Chase, he's got some Furies to take out some creatures. He does have Swords of Plowshare, which is a nice leg up as well. But it looks like he's going to introduce the Monarch here with 2 Horsey Boys and an attack. Corey is going to go ahead and stifle one of those with a Lightning Bolt, and Chase is going to draw a card, and it's a Simian Spirit Guide. So Corey says he didn't see that, so I guess we didn't see it. Alright, another land out of Corey. He has 1 card and 2 cards in the graveyard. The Murktide can't quite come yet. Blood Moon, not really great again because Chase has the Chrome Mox with a Plains essentially underneath it, and now we have a Caves of Chaos Adventurer as well. So Initiative and the Monarch are now introduced into this matchup, all in favor of Chase here. And we did see a stomp from Corey from that adventure card, and I don't know what he can really do here. He does have a Snapcaster in hand, so he can, if Chase doesn't play another creature, he can Snapcaster into turn and definitely attack over, grab the initiative, and go from there. But there's another initiative creature, so we're going to see him get domed for 5. Alright, see you in game number 3. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Back to game number 3. Corey has decided to keep 5 and Chase is on 7. That's not really good for the Blue Moon deck, especially doesn't have Force of Wills or anything like that. He does have a Brother's End, Snapcaster, and a Jace in his hand. I didn't realize Jace was back in the format, but it's always exciting to see an old friend pop up from time to time. And we'll see what Chase has for Corey in this turn 1. Looks like he's got all the mana in the world, and let's see if he chooses to use it. It does look like he is doing that with a Caves of Chaos, with a Cavern of Souls on human, playing a Seasoned Dungeoneer, getting that initiative early, and Corey is in for a great uphill battle. So we'll see how this is going to play out. I believe Chase is very much in the driver's seat here, putting a +2/+2 counter on that Seasoned Dungeoneer, and he's going to be able to attack, and it's going to explore as well. So some pretty good stuff happening on Chase's side. On Corey's side, not so much, but the game's not over till it's over. So we're going to see an attack here. Chase has learned his lessons to let that flip first before he actually plays his land, in case he does draw a land. He mostly learned that from the Caves of Chaos Adventurer because he gets exiled, and he's missed a couple land drops that way. An unlicensed Hearse showing up, which is actually a really good thing for Chase because he can exile graveyards and pump that thing up with creatures that come into play this turn. We'll see an exchange of the initiative here, and Corey will be able to pick up an Arabian Nights Mountain, one of my favorite mountains that he owns, along with those Venice Islands that he has as well. We'll see an activation on that unlicensed Hearse to get rolling here. So we'll see an attack from Chase, I imagine, which is going to gain him the initiative back, as well as going to dome Corey for 5. So we'll see a trigger there as well. So it's going to roll up to be a 6-7. So 6 damage from that. The initiative is going to cause another 5 damage. So Corey's going to take 11 damage in one turn. And then we'll see a Touch the Spirit Realm hard cast on the Snapcaster Mage, removing that from the battlefield as well. So that's pretty fucking gross. And let's see what Corey's going to play the Jace and probably bounce that Seasoned Dungeoneer back to his hand, which is okay, but Chase can just activate the Unlicensed Hearse, putting 2 counters on it, and then replay the Seasoned Dungeoneer, trigger, let's see, he'll get to draw an extra card off of the initiative, and then he'll draw a card for turn, and then he can replay the Seasoned Dungeoneer and trigger that as well to go into the Lost Catacombs or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what that's called. So Seasoned Dungeoneer, initiative trigger, he gets to reveal the top 10 cards of his library and play a creature from there that gets +3/+3 and hexproof until the following turn. So we're going to see the top 10 here. So nothing. Oh, Caves of Chaos Adventurer, Archon, and a Lotus Petal. So I imagine he's going to take that Caves of Chaos Adventurer, and then we're going to see the initiative trigger again, because Caves of Chaos Adventurer comes into play, hits the initiative again, and he gets to get a land, and then he can crew that Unlicensed Hearse and attack for 3. Chase is not going to attack the Jace. He will attack Corey's face, and that'll be the game. Thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.